My best friend asked me what my biggest fear was, and I said it was the fear of failure. Fast forward about a decade later, the birds are singing, the cats are chasing them, and it's a beautiful day outside. And I am sitting in a college classroom, and I receive an F on an exam. Never happened before. My heart started to plummet, and I tried to not panic by telling myself, don't panic, don't panic. So, this kind of thing can happen to anybody, whether you're an A student, B student, C student, etc. And after being in college for a while and being 1 year off of graduating, I wanted to go ahead and share some tips for when you fail. Number 1, stay strong. This is the most important. Something that's always helped me is telling myself not to give up, but the only way that worked was because I knew why I was in school. There have been multiple times when I was thinking, maybe I should do something else, or maybe the passions that I have, I can actually do outside of school, which is necessarily true. And yes, I did look at a lot of articles about entrepreneurs and everything and was very highly inspired. But the thing is that when I'm in college, I'm not just paying for the classes, I'm also paying to meet people, to learn how the college operates, to learn what types of services other people do, to learn who the alumni are and what they're doing after graduating. That part of networking really matters. And so when I fail something, being able to tell myself to keep going, the only reason why that worked was because I knew if I kept trying, I knew where I was trying to get. Know why you're doing what you're doing and choose something that matters to you or society as a whole, then don't give up. I know for me, I definitely needed a goal that involved helping other people. If I didn't have anything that made someone's day just a little bit better, I would have quit college a long time ago. Getting an F on the assignment, it's very easy, at least for me, to want to panic. Palms get sweaty, mind starts racing, starts thinking, what can I do better? What can I do better? Maybe I could just do like 30 hours of studying in one night, and then I wonder why I can't remember anything. Number 2, build a network. What does it actually mean to get an F and say, oh, that just means I have to expand my network? Okay, so how? Talk to people about what you enjoy and care about, and team up with others who care about something too. I will admit, this was a little hard for me because for some reason, I feel very shy about talking what I am passionate about in person. When it's online or through a video, fantastic. But for some reason, as soon as you put me in a room with 50 other professionals, sometimes I freeze up. So this part I definitely really reiterate, because the more practice you can get talking about your passions in person, the better connections you're going to be able to make, whether that's in school or in life. When you view a grade as a signal for expanding your network, that tells you, hey, maybe I should get a study group together. Maybe I should see if there is a Discord channel for my class. And if there's not, maybe I can start it. And then ask the professor to advertise it to the class. And then I can put that on my resume and say that I have leadership skills. So there is one caveat to having a study group. This happened to me. It's really easy to make a group and think that everything is going to go smoothly. But sometimes everyone gets stuck. And that's perfectly normal. But I do think it can be detrimental if you just leave everyone to be stuck, which I'll be honest, I did, and I didn't get a lot out of it. So I'm just going to say, if I could do it again, if I got a study group and we all got stuck on the same problem, I would write a message to either my professor or the teaching assistants for the class, asking these questions, saying, hey, I met with a study group and we all got stuck on this. Are we able to get some help? Are able to assist with this? Because a lot of times, teaching assistants and professors just want to help, but they don't always know how to, especially when nobody reaches out. It's kind of similar when you're a content creator and you're making videos and you don't get a lot of feedback, but then when you show the videos in person, they give feedback right then and there. Number 3, check campus resources because they are probably and hopefully there. Look into the tutoring centers on campus. For me, I feel really lucky because the colleges that I went to, and yes, there's been multiple, long story, that's for another time, but the tutoring centers are really helpful. They usually, at least in my experience, they usually have students that have experience in their field. Some of them are even training to be a teacher themselves or a professor, and some of them are also just passionate about helping people, like me. Tutoring centers, office hours, and club homework meetings can be helpful, but treat it like a quest for knowledge instead of for answers. Reason for this is because I know it's tempting to go in there looking for answers when you're on a tight deadline, but in the long run, understanding the concepts will help you the best because after you graduate, you're going to be required to learn new things very fast. And if you have a process of inquiring others about that knowledge and knowing what questions to ask up front when something is new, that will get you much, much further in life. So let's say that your cat steps on your keyboard and deletes all of your homework. Number 4, which is arguably the most difficult one, have patience. What do you do in that situation? Well, you can press Ctrl Z, and if for some reason that doesn't work, never, ever, ever forget to give your pet some TLC. Think about it. Your homework gets hours and hours and hours of your attention, and your pets just want a little share of that. So do not forget to give them a pet. And when you're feeling frustrated, when they walk over your keyboard, just hug them and tell them you love them. Also, this tip extends to people as well. So if you have a friend, professor, teaching assistant, or other students that are frustrating you, just remember that everybody is human. Everyone comes from a different place, whether that's literally geographically or also just in a different place academically. Everyone's starting from somewhere different. And the point is to help each other get to where we want to get to. So have patience. Move on to step 5. I apologize in advance for this hot take, but reading is not enough. Reading through a textbook, the information does not stick. So why? Well, it's important to do something with what you learn and to actively practice something new so that it sticks. When you learn something new, you gotta use it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. If I could read a textbook again, I would look at the different sections, see how the chapter is divided, and read one section at a time, and after reading it, make 3 quiz questions for myself that if I would put on a quiz if I was a professor. And then close it, look at it a few days later, but what I mean by that is look at the questions a few days later. Test yourself on that knowledge. That way you don't have to reread the textbook again, and your knowledge will be more ingrained because you're actually doing something with the information. The reason why I recommend this is because this should be suitable for most subjects, but if there is a subject that that's not suitable for, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Bonus tip. Last but not least, ask other students in your class. Something that I always tell people is to sit in the front row of the classroom, and if for some reason you can't do the front row, sit in the second row. So here's the thing, there are fun academic people that sit in the front row, there's extra legroom for crying out loud, and it's easier to ask questions in the front row, whether that's to the professor after class because you can get first in line, or asking questions to the students next to you because you don't have everybody talking around you all at once. So all those other rows out there, you have got some competition. I used to have this challenge where I would sit in the front row of every single class, and I loved it. I made so many great friends. But if for some reason that's too much for you, I totally understand. Just choose one favorite class and sit in the front row. I think it can change your life. If you're in an online class, look at the discussion posts. See who's in your class, maybe send an email asking to make a study group. Just get to know people. So next time you get a failing grade, it's not the end of the world. Believe it or not, you'll actually be okay, even if you fail multiple times. If you fail something, whether that's in life or in college, take it as a signal to grow your network. That's all I have for this hats off segment, so until then, see you at the next video. Bye-bye!